After my rebirth, the first thing I did was replace all of my husband Declan Sullivan's underwear with black ones. In my previous life, my brother Emmett Nelson's wife Camila Carter had an affair behind his back. When I discovered the truth and told Emmett, Camila accused me first. Worse still, she somehow found 2 pairs of black underwear in my room that didn't belong to Declan. I tried to explain, but Declan slapped me across the face without hesitation and lashed out at me verbally. Emmett looked at me with hatred in his eyes. I always knew you disliked Camila ever since the day she married me, but I never imagined you'd be so disgusting as to bring your affair partner home and then accuse Camila. In the end, Emmett announced he was cutting ties with me and Declan filed for divorce. In my despair, I walked out and was instantly killed by a truck. When I opened my eyes again, I had returned to the day Camila was having her affair at home. The sounds coming from the second-floor bedroom were like needles, constantly piercing my nerves. I rubbed my throbbing temples, feeling the dull ache as I looked around the familiar scenes of the villa. I really had been reborn. I stared at the room upstairs, where the intimate sounds were coming from, my eyes bloodshot. Damn Camila! She brought another man home, yet accused me. In my previous life, I had forgotten some company documents at home and called a taxi to retrieve them, only to accidentally witness Camila having an affair. I immediately called Emmett, but when he rushed back, Camila accused me first. I tried to explain, but she somehow found 2 pairs of black underwear in my room that didn't belong to Declan. Because of those 2 pairs of underwear, I was branded as the cheater. Emmett decided to cut ties with me, and Declan immediately filed for divorce. In my despair, I wandered out of the house in a daze and was instantly killed by a truck. This time, I would make Camila pay. With this in mind, instead of foolishly calling Emmett like before, I went straight to the nearest supermarket and bought 2 pairs of men's black underwear. After my purchase, I returned to the villa. When I pushed open the door, Camila had just finished showering and was sitting on the sofa wrapped in a towel, watching TV. Seeing me, she was visibly startled. Emma, why are you home so early today? Usually, I would work at the company until 8 or 9, but today I was home before 6. Camila seemed flustered, especially when I stared directly at her neck. The reddish and purplish marks on her neck betrayed what had just happened. Oh, there wasn't much going on at the company today, so I left right at closing time, I replied flatly. Camila nodded awkwardly. I see. Noticing my gaze still fixed on her neck, she hurried upstairs and changed into a turtleneck sweater. Around 7, Declan and Emmett returned home one after another. Emma, I want to quit my job, Emmett said tentatively while eating. In my previous life, he had also brought up quitting at this time, saying he wasn't happy at the company. After our parents died, he became my only family, so I arranged for him to work at my company. But shortly after my death, he and Camila joined forces to take over my business, turning him into a successful entrepreneur. Fine, go ahead and quit, I said casually. Hearing this, Camila's face showed a hint of smugness, and she exchanged glances with Emmett. Emmett said, Emma, no matter where else I work, no one appreciates my talent like you do. So maybe. Before he could finish, I put down my fork coldly and interrupted, maybe you should go beg on the streets. Emmett's face immediately darkened. What kind of talk is that? Emmett is actually thinking of you. How can a woman like you manage such a big company with only Declan's help? You need more men to help you run it properly.